Hello Sagittarius, hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello my friends, how are you doing? I'm just coming out of a rather heavy Scorpio reading. If you haven't watched it, no, actually I need to rephrase that. It's over on Patreon for free for everyone. So if you are feeling like you're going through a rough time still, then that could be for you. I think it's very helpful if you're going through a rough time. I wouldn't watch it if you are not, because then it's definitely not for you. Okay, so what I was given for you, however, Sagittarius, is a new chapter, equilibrium, balance, learning new skills, and you could also be learning a new language. So there's something new that's coming up for you here. So let's have a look, shall we? We're going to have a look into your current situation, the higher view over your situation, and what you can do to help yourself. So advice from Spirit. Yeah, let's do it. All right. Let's see what we have for our beautiful Sagittariuses. I hope everyone is safe and well and doing good. Yeah, for sure. The newness, yep, that one, yep. So you have the Ace of Wands, which is something new that is divinely inspired. No, right here is fine. I'm also being very drawn to the clear quartz here, so you may be working with clear quartz. It really helps with the crown chakra, I want to say. This is something that's been Indra's net, I believe it says on the card, because it is sparking, like receiving one idea and that sparks many, many others. So being highly inspired at this time. So learning new skills, a new language, that would definitely be falling into that category as well. So something that you have to take action on to make it manifest, but you heard the call is what I'm feeling here, and you're doing it. You're really taking action. This one, no. This one, no. It's a rather warm type of a card. Of course, like the Wands is fire energy. What else? It's so funny because it's being offered, right? So no, that's what I thought. This one, yeah. It's being offered. It's just like right there for you, Sagittarius. There's an opportunity to work together with others with the Three of Pentacles, and for them to easily recognize what it is that you're doing. You may even have like your missions aligned here, at least for some time. It doesn't mean for always, but at least for some time. So genius minds think alike is what I'm being given here. So definitely there could be a new project that you recently started, or personal development that you're finding a group that really suits you, or they find you, depending on who has what type of a position here. This one, no. It's really a form of recognition, and I'm really getting the strong sense of mission because it's differently. I'm being given the sense of, you know, building a cathedral, for the sense of if you're like an architect and you don't necessarily have a mission, you just build that thing, right? But if you do have a mission, you're actually making a place for people to go worship God, if that makes any sense. So it's a different type of a thing. Or if you're making paper, you may just be making paper, and that's okay. But if you do have a mission, you may be making paper so that others can write love letters on it, right? So that they can communicate with each other. That's a different degree, a higher degree of things, and hence it is something that is way more sustainable than if you didn't have a mission. It also, with that sense of purpose behind it, it'll accelerate in a much different way. It'll plan out in a much different way, and you will meet people, or you have recently met people that are very much aligned with that type of with this type of doing things, right? For a purpose, not just for the sake of doing it, but with a purpose. I'm also getting the sense of weaving here, which is interesting. You know, some of you may be weaving and creating something, and that's way more than just weaving. So much more than just weaving. It has healing integrated within it. Healing patterns, geometric healing patterns are indicated here. So that's what I mean. You can do one thing, or you can do like the amped up version of it, which is what I see you do here. And I see you're co-creating with Spirit. You're divinely inspired for sure. Cool. It's also like a new beginning, in case I haven't mentioned that yet. This one, no. This one, no. What else for Sagittarius, please? This one, yes. They're being presented. Will be offers along the way that might try to pull you away from what it is that you're trying to be doing. And I'm immediately being reminded, when you're shining your brightest, that's often when, you know, jealousy comes in, like from other people. I'm not saying the ones you're working with, I don't think so. But like from the external, that's when you will encounter this, and you need to shut this down like immediately, like tell them to go away basically, which is what the Emperor does here, you know, flying on his high flying disc. And that is it, right? You're taking care of yourself and of the people that are closest to you, and the other ones can go figure out stuff for themselves. And this is not in a mean way. I really need to make this clear. It is not to be like, I don't care about you. You do, but you also understand that they need to learn something for themselves in terms of how this world is operating, the laws that are in place here by the universe. Because you seem to know them. You seem to know the laws of cause and effect. And you know, if you don't engage in the bickering and the ego games that may be presented to you here, if you're just doing your thing, you know, it'll sort itself out. Like for the other person or people, they will, you know, be served with what it is that they need to learn, versus if you're staying on your high flying disc, you'll be good here with this. So this could also be a reminder to not engage in that if you can avoid it, okay? No, and no, okay. It's funny because there will be options. I feel like the devil is stretching out his hand. Devil card, right? Not the actual, well, who knows? But, you know, there will be, you know, invitations in that direction, I want to say. Make sure you're staying clear of those, right? We don't need any of that drama in our lives. We want to stay clear of it. Like, we want to keep a clean, pure heart, I want to say, with that one. That's interesting too, because again, not coming from like the what's it called, the ivory tower. That's not what I mean here at all. It's just like, stay with yourself and let people be who they are. But it's good to know who that is too. It's good to know the snakes in the grass, because a snake will be a snake, right? Unless they wanting to be something else. But you can expect from a snake that if you get too close to it, you'll be bitten. Like, that's almost like a given. So it's good to know who is who. And it's also really good to know who you are. And with the Emperor, I see you taking huge action, but also in a very strategic and diplomatic kind of a manner that will serve your whole environment. And like I said, not just you, that will serve a higher purpose here. We have Mars, Aries energy here. This one, no. You may even, that's funny, you may even have recently rejected a relationship just for the sake of the project, right? Where you're just like, I can't deal with this right now. I really have to focus on this. This is bigger than myself. And there's this sense of sacrificing one thing for another too, but not in the sense of a regret, rather in the sense of you're in full awareness here, my dear Sagittarius, of why it is that you're doing this. And you may have explained this to the other person as well, why it is that you cannot currently engage with them or be in a relationship, because of course that is a committed type of thing, right? And you understand that. And so you're committed to this first and foremost, I want to say. If you do have family, then that would be a priority too, definitely. Okay. What else more from this? No. Okay. So that's it from the tarot, apparently. This one, yeah. I'm going to pull you another guardian angel card here, my dear Sagittarius. Oh, wow. This one, yeah. That flew out. Wow. Okay, wow. Yeah. You're definitely serving a higher purpose here. That is amazing. Like, I love the feeling of it, because it comes with the understanding. It's no longer coming from a place of, oh, I'm missing out something, but it's actually given part of yourself to the collective so that we can rise consciously as a human race, I want to say, okay? And this is a reminder here too with that prayer that just came out. Dear God, you may be highly spiritual. I want to say this here, highly connected. Help me always to remember that this present life is but a fleeting moment within eternity. Help me always to remember that this life is but a dream. Help me always to remember that you exist within everyone and everything. Help me always to remember that love is all there is and all else is an illusion. Thank you. Exactly. So you're fully aware. I want to say this is very integrated type of energies that I'm feeling here from you. Very connected to the earth and to creating and to manifesting something here that is of true value to this world. And then also being super connected to the spiritual realms and understanding that world as well. Did we mention Jesus earlier? Because I feel like, of course, Jesus was the master of all kinds of different realms, right? I'm feeling mastery here too. I'm not trying to compare here at all, but that's what just came to my mind, is like the huge connectedness, the understanding that we're a human being, or that we are a soul actually, that is experiencing life as a human being. And then it's immediately taken me to, multidimensionalness, to past lives, all those things. You may have great understanding and wisdom in those areas. In ancient cultures, you may be really interested in that. Again, in learning languages, light language is popping up here, so you may have the ability to speak it, or you may have as a child already, is what comes in now, and now you're picking back up on it, and it seems very familiar, and to the logical mind it may not make so much sense, but you can feel it physically, like you may have goosebumps as you're speaking it, as you're singing it, chanting it, and that's, wow, this is pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff, Sagittarius. All right, we're going to do the rest of your reading, and I'm going to pull more cards over on Patreon. If you're interested, it's $11.11 a month. It's good for the whole months. For every reading that is created, every extended that is created throughout the months, and everything that already was created. So there's a myriad of readings over there that you can try out, that you can watch, and you can cancel at any time. So feel free to try it out and see how you go with it. I also want to say I just in the messaging process of my first oracle deck that I co-created with Spirit. It's called the Universal Power Oracle. It will hopefully soon be available. I don't know where yet, but you can reach out to me at universalpowertarot@gmail.com if you want to be updated. I'll send out emails whenever there are new developments, and I'll let you also know when and where they will be available. Okay? But we're also started to work with them on the channel, although all the messages haven't come through yet. But it's also a way for me to get to know these cards, to work with them, so I can bring you better messages, because as maybe you've heard me say it before, the more of a relationship you develop with your cards, the more they will start to reveal to you. It's much like with a real person that you're having a conversation with. They won't come out of the gate with, their deepest inner workings, usually. You'll learn these things over time. Same with the cards, okay? So my sweethearts, sending you so much love, light, and shadow. I hope this served you well. And I'll either see you over on Patreon or I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Much love. Bye.